Hey, it's Heather. Welcome back to Entertain Me. This week, we have a really fun show. Andy Reesmeyer is joining Gary on the Gary and Shannon show for the weekly entertainment report. And we are going to be talking about, of course, all things box office, the new movies that are be coming out this weekend. But we're also going to be talking about the Primetime Emmy Awards. They're happening on Sunday at the Peacock Theater in downtown LA. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be bringing you all of the fun from the red carpet. So I hope you'll follow along on our social media at KFI AM 640 on Instagram and Facebook. And then you can also follow me at the Heather Brooker on Instagram and TikTok as well for some of the behind the scenes highlights. I'm going to be, of course, looking for, fun fashion moments and like interesting stories to share with you, but also trying to talk to some of my favorite actors, people who I enjoy watching on some of my favorite TV shows. And I sat down with Gary and Andy this week to talk about what we think might win, what we are most excited about for the Emmys. And I think we all agree comedian Nate Bargatze is going to be a great host this year. We're really looking forward to what he's going to bring to the show. And it should be a really good time. But first things first, we got to talk about what's happening at the box office this weekend. Downton Abbey is finally here. And I'm going to share my review with you on Gary and Shannon, or should I say this week only, Gary and Andy.
Andy Reesmeyer has joined us in for Shannon today, and Heather Brooker has joined us to talk about some entertainment stuff that's going on. Let's just get the elephant in the room is the Downton
What
Abbey
did you
thing.
call me?
No.
Wow.
I will jump over this table and knock you out.
The Downton Abbey grand finale.
I know you've been dying for this.
Is it a movie?
It's a movie.
Okay.
It's the movie, the grand finale.
And everybody was clamoring for this?
Everyone, clamoring is an understatement. Let me just tell you.
Okay.
I, first of all, have to say I've been up since 2 a.m. working on KFI News. So I don't know what might happen today, but let's get crazy.
It's like you're drunk.
It's like I'm drunk.
Yeah, this is really, I'm actually, I was going to go home, but then I heard, and I was like, I got to stay and watch this.
I got to stay, watch the drama unfold. Speaking of drama, Downton Abbey, the grand finale, is low stakes drama with high fashion, and it is everything that we wanted in the beautiful conclusion to the Crawley family story. I went to a special screening where they brought out Alan Leach, who plays Tom, the driver. Everyone went crazy for it. Everyone's crying in the theater. No spoilers, everybody, but if you're a fan of the series, if you've enjoyed the movies, you will I'm fairly certain enjoy the way this sort of wraps everybody up.
Does it, again, not to spoil too much, but at the end, does it turn out that Bob Newhart was dreaming the whole time?
Everyone dies. Everyone dies.
Now, I'm for one just sad that the Queen didn't live long enough to see this, because I'm sure she would have loved it.
Don't you think? Could you imagine her just sitting with her little cup of tea and all her corgis, watching the Crawley family?
You think she's drinking tea?
Bourbon,
please.
Whatever. What a whiskey.
She was a gin lady.
She was a gin lady.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I know you're going to go see it, Gary, so...
You're going to cry in the theater like everybody else?
Just let me know.
I'm going to cry on the way to the theater. Are you kidding? Because if someone forces me to go watch that movie, I will be in tears.
Well, go and see it. It's really good. Or maybe just wait till it comes out on streaming in probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll wait. Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap is coming up.
Okay, now this is exciting.
Yes.
This one goes to 11. All right. I have been watching the trailer over and over again. I cannot believe they've got all the original cast members back together.
Can't believe they're still alive.
Can't believe they're still alive. Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, and of course Rob Reiner is still there. The original, you remember, was a mockumentary style film, very Christopher Guest style film, which, I love all of those kinds of movies where they seem very improvised in the moment, And they're back. They're going on more rock bandy adventures, this British rock band. It's fun. It's silly. Even the title, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues.
Which is better than
goofy.
Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Just
two very different genres.
Okay, all right.
Two different genres. But it's good. It's good.
I am excited for that.
Yeah.
Just because I remember that was such a
moment.
It's when the first time I saw Spinal Tap, and then the subsequent 99 times that I saw Spinal Tap, just absolutely iconic for us.
High rewatchability, and I think if you were a fan of the original one, you will definitely enjoy this one as well. It's fun romp down memory lane and watching the guys who are clearly older just have a good time.
41 years later, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm surprised that it took them this long to do a sequel.
Yeah.
Or do another one.
I mean, I think maybe they didn't have anything else to do.
Well, also,
Maybe they,
I think part of it is that it's you couldn't do it 5 years later. You couldn't do it 10 years. It was so unique that trying to do it right away might have been too. I mean, there's not enough of a gap.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as a kid seeing it, not understanding what parody was.
Yeah,
I didn't even process.
You thought they were real?
I couldn't wrap my head around. I mean, I probably was like 5 years old.
Yeah,
but I truly couldn't understand like what I was seeing, and I think.
But once you get it, and you unlocked that world of sarcasm and snark, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful. Coming of age film.
So that one you're going to see.
I will see that. When we come back, we'll talk about Emmys. They're coming up this weekend here in LA. We'll talk about who we can expect to see, including the host, all that sort of stuff.
Including me.
Heather Brooker has joined Andy and I.
The disdain.
Joined Andy and me.
Andy.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I say Andy and me.
Yeah.
We were getting a lot of emails.
Yeah.
I don't know
about that mistake.
Grammar's not my
I just
my
write
favorite.
the news.
But the Emmys are coming up. The 2025 Emmy Awards are coming up this weekend, Sunday night, as a matter of fact, 5 o'clock, streaming on Paramount Plus. You'll also see them on CBS, of course. There's a couple of obvious winners, I think. Talked Adolescence. I mean, Adolescence, whatever it's nominated for, it should win every.
I think just The Little Boy is the main nomination that I know of.
Really?
Yeah,
not for like camera work or.
I don't know about the
there might be,
but I'm almost positive he's nominated for supporting actor.
Which is crazy because I know that he wasn't the main actor, but probably, depending on whatever rules they use for the Emmys, could have qualified as the lead actor.
Yeah.
But so some of what we know: Best Drama Series, Andor, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Paradise, The Pit, Severance, Slow Horses, and The White Lotus. What's your favorite out of all of those? I mean, those are.
I mean, I tried to get into The Pit. I may be, odd man out here. I just was like, I feel like we've seen this. This is like 24, but in an ER room. But
without Kiefer.
Without the Keef, yeah. I really liked White Lotus. I really like what they're doing with that show. It has a beautiful build to it. The mystery of it every season gets more and more interesting. The cast this year was incredible. I like White Lotus, but
for all the marbles, you think?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I think Severance is just like such a prestige drama that I can't see. It's the newer thing, especially comparatively, and I think White Lotus is like. I know I liked it too. It sounds like you liked it. I think there was a lot of like, it sort of started to fizzle out over the last two seasons.
Well, the thing with that, I've noticed what happens a lot of times with these juggernaut shows that get all this awards and attention and nominations. They end up not really winning that many. Like every year or every show, it seems like, such and such has 25 nominations and they're going to win it all. And then they win like maybe one.
I wonder if there's a timing aspect of it when the difference between when nominations are announced versus when the voting for the final winner is actually, something can be super hot.
Possibly.
Adolescence, as an example, in March and April was just burning up Netflix. And servers over at Netflix were melting because people were watching that thing. And now people have to be reminded, hey, remember you were obsessed with that show a couple of months ago.
That's that 4-year consideration campaign stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, if
you
you'll
have
notice
to remind people.
For the Oscars, a lot of your Oscar contenders come out in the fall because they know that that's when it's going to be fresh on people's mind for the Oscar voting in the spring. Yeah. So I think there is something to that. I do think Severance has a really good shot, but I think Severance has still so much more to give over the next couple of seasons that we may see it get awarded more down the road, even though it has 27 nominations. That's insane.
Best Comedy Series: Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, The Studio, and What We Do in the Shadows. The reason I don't want The Studio to win, outside of Seth Rogen, is Hollywood doesn't need any more masturbatory television shows about itself.
And that is exactly why it's going to win.
I know.
Because they love themselves.
Yes.
Self-flagellation is the name of the game.
Have you seen it?
Our art
Have you watched
is so dramatic. I got about through 5 episodes, I think, and that was too many.
Well, it's already winning some awards. It already won quite a few at the Creative Arts Emmys last weekend. planned. And there was a lot of like the inside jokes that the winners were making on the stage from the show. Like they're thanking Sal Silverstein, which is a made up kind of character in the show. I think the studio has a good chance of winning. My own personal favorite would be Hacks. I love that show so much. Gene Smart is incredible. Hannah Einbinder, brilliant. That's my personal favorite. And The Bear being in the comedy category will forever be confounding to me. I don't get it.
Mystifying.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with the studio if for the very reason that we just finally get to like throw on all the love for the Smokehouse. They filmed it. It's like I need that place to do as well as it can possibly do. So let's push it all the way.
Yes.
And then the host this year is going to be comedian Nate Bargatze.
Yes.
What a minute that guy is having.
I know, and honestly, so well deserved. Similar to Leanne, who we talked about, who has a Netflix show now. Nate Bargatze, I feel like, has been one of those under the radar comics that in the past few years, especially since TikTok, hit and social media hit, he has just skyrocketed. I think he's so funny,
and he's not new to the business. That's the thing, is he's new to a lot of people's awareness.
Yeah,
but he's been,
working
at stand-up comedy for 2 decades, basically.
And very similar to Jerry Seinfeld, he loves the art of comedy, the art of writing a joke, finding where that perfect pause is. I've heard many interviews with him where he says he studies and knows where the pause is and where to get off the road if it's not going well.
What I love about him, we talked about it, we've both seen him do shows here in LA. The name of his tour that he's on right now is the Big Dumb Eyes Tour. It's also the name of a book that he wrote or co-wrote. He's not the smartest. He's not the sharpest. He's not. And admittedly, he'll tell you that, but he understands the art of that storytelling. of the comedy, and it's to me, it's fascinating to hear someone like that who knows his own limitations. He doesn't know how space works. Like, he doesn't know the difference between a vacuum, the vacuum of space, and how our atmosphere on Earth works.
Well, I don't either.
But he knows how to tell a story about a Starbucks order that everybody can relate to.
Absolutely.
Using very simple language and the cadence and, like you said, the pauses and the punchline and the tags. It's incredible to see that guy work.
Well, one thing I'm sorry, Andy. One thing he's doing this year is he has $100,000 that he's giving to a charity, and for every actor that goes over the 45-second speech, he's taking $1,000 away from the charity, and for every actor that comes in under that 45-second speech, he'll add it back. So that's a fun little twist for everybody to watch and play along at home. And don't say you don't watch the Emmys, people, because you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that he's a rare comic, or at least performer in this era, who has appeal on a mass level, almost sort of old school Letterman, Leno, Seinfeld, where middle of the country likes him, coasts like him. This is the guy who, in the old days, would become a late night host.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's really nice to see, especially in a world that's so divided.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Kumbaya is what we're all saying here.
Great.
I want to say really quickly, make sure at some point today that Kiana gets to talk about Demon Slayer. We didn't get to talk to it. It opens this weekend, and she saw it, and she has some good thoughts on it. So even though
this is not the K-pop thing? This
no, different.
It's another
totally new Demon Slayer. Okay. I'm going to be at home sleeping, but I will be listening later when you talk about it.
Thank you, Heather, as always.
Thanks so much for listening to Entertain Me. You can listen to the show anywhere, anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and share it with friends. And stay tuned for next week, because we're probably going to have a little post-Emmys wrap-up. We're going to break down all the details of the Emmy Awards. And hopefully, your favorite shows won. And if not, well, that's okay. We can still talk about it. Thanks for listening to Entertain Me. You can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.